Hello, welcome to Die Rolling. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and I'm here today to play some Forbidden Fortress Temple of Shadows. I'm going to be going through each of the missions that are in the Temple of Shadows book, and hopefully playing this mostly correct. Playing Shadows of Brimstone on your own means you can make a lot of mistakes, and hopefully I don't make too many during this playthrough, but if I do, please leave a message in below in the comments and let me know, so other people don't make the same mistake that I make again and again. I have created a soldier character and an assassin character, and yeah, let's get it to the table and see how we go with the Cursed Temple.
The Temple of Shadows was once the home of an ancient and powerful order of Yamabushi monks, dedicated to battling supernatural creatures throughout the land. It was foretold that one day the great Dragon King Shoryu would return to destroy the earth, and only they could stop him. When the meteor came from the heavens and devastated the mountain, the Dragon King came with it. For generations, the monks had been training for this moment, and as Shoryu descended on the temple, they gathered their strength and prepared to fulfill their destiny. But their victory was not to be. Raining down death and destruction, the Dragon King broke through the monks' defenses and utterly destroyed the order, devouring their souls and bringing darkness and shadow into the sacred temple. Those few that survived were scattered and leaderless, but they would not sit idle. Traveling the roads and countryside, the last of the monks dedicated their lives to finding new heroes that could one day fulfill the prophecy and reclaim the Temple of Shadows.
Here we are for some Temple of Shadows. I'm going to be taking through our two new characters through their paces through each of the missions in the Temple of Shadows expansion. Wish me luck, guys. This is going to be tricky. So we have our assassin Shinoha, which means Blade of Death, apparently. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. She has got a starting upgrade of Ruthless. Anytime you kill an enemy, you may heal 1 sanity damage. And she gets a pair of Sai instead of the Ninjato. So the pair of Sai gives a +1 combat. Once per turn, you may cancel 1 enemy combat hit against you before defense rolls are made. I'm going to forget that. She's also got the Worn Ribbon, +1 initiative. At the end of each adventure, you may remove 1 corruption point from yourself. And Shuriken. So free attack once per fight, range 5, shots 2, may be used at any time during your move, but not while adjacent to enemies. Now the ninja themselves, they have a ninja clan card, which I'll show you in a minute. +1 to move, may move through other models, and you automatically pass all escape tests. Deadly, your combat hits ignore any armor an enemy has and are +1 damage while your target is the only enemy adjacent to you. And Silent Fighter, may not use guns. Once per turn, you may reroll any number of your defense rolls just made. And we went for the Osaka Brotherhood. As she's the Blade of Death, it made sense to go for something a bit more, attacky. So +1 strength, free attack once per adventure. Every enemy on your map tile immediately takes 1 hit, doing d6 damage. So that is the assassin, and she is also coming with some bandages. And then we have our soldier. So our soldier, who we have called Yusegi. Yusegi has soldier's reload. If you do not move during your activation, add +1 shot to any double-handed gun you attack with. Fire discipline, you do not need to target adjacent enemies first with your ranged attacks, which is pretty good. His personal item is a secret blade, free attack once per fight, 1 combat, does d6 wounds ignoring defense and armor. So he just stabs straight in there. Sharpshooter, anytime you kill an enemy with a ranged critical hit, recover a grit on the d6 roll of 4+. Once per fight, use 1 grit to add d6 damage to one of your gun hits. Guns, let's talk about them. So he's got a flintlock rifle, range 10, shots 1, use the peril +1 dice for damage. Hits from this gun may not be assigned to enemies adjacent to you. And he's got some soldier's armor, which gives him 6+ to his armor rolls and +2 health. I will try to remember everything before, I don't want to go wrong in this game. I will try to get everything right. We're doing the Temple of Shadows, so we're doing a Fallen Temple. So what this means is all heroes start the adventure with an extra grit, so they've both got 2, and all enemies are +1 initiative. Ancient relics, whenever a gear card would be drawn, roll a d6 on a roll of 4+, you may instead draw a fortress artifact, even while in another world. And Takabaki domination, whenever a threat card would be drawn, including other world or epic threats, roll a d6 on a roll of 4+, select a threat card of the same threat level from only those that include one or more keyword Takabaki enemies. So I've got 2 different decks. One for regular threats, which are for the Forbidden Fortress line, and then we also have threat, just the Takabaki deck. It's also worth noting I've got a ton of these special cards put to one side, just in case I have to use any of these things as and when I need to, so just all in one big pile at the side. Right, so we're in a Fallen Temple. You know who's going in, but what are we doing?
Strolling through the local market, a strange old man catches your eye. Following him down a back alley, he vanishes. As you turn to leave, he is there behind you, waiting. You and your companions have been chosen. Only you can cleanse a great evil that infests this land. Handing you a set of Yamabushi charms, he tells you of a cursed temple near here that must be cleansed of evil before it spreads.
So we start off in our entrance, and we have a T-junction. Our mission goal: the heroes must search the Fallen Temple to find 2 cursed altars and use the Yamabushi Master's charms to cleanse them, banishing the evil spirits that have infested the temple. There are no gates. The cursed temple, anytime a hero spends a grit, they immediately take a corruption hit from the cursed spirits reside in the temple. To further tempt the heroes down this dark path, during this adventure, heroes may recover a grit on a move roll of 1 or 2 instead of only a 1. Immediate dread for this mission: growing dread cards are revealed immediately when drawn rather than being placed on the stack. Whenever the hero finds a clue icon, the guiding light of the Yamabushi Master's charms show them the way through the dark temple. Immediately move the hero party marker 1 extra space forward in the depth track. If this moves the marker onto a blood splatter space, it may add a cursed altar to this map tile. So whenever the hero party marker reaches a blood spatter space on the depth track, we find one of these cursed altars. The map tile has no exits, and a cursed altar is placed in the 2 back leftmost spaces of the map tile. Then place and resolve exploration token for this map tile as normal. We're also, these kind of shrines are infested by evil spirits, so we'll have to roll a dice. And then to cleanse one of these things, we have to get adjacent to it, and rather than doing anything else on our turn, we can essentially use any of our skills and make a skill 6+ test to use the Yamabushi Master's charms to help cleanse the altar. For each 6+ rolled, we get a marker of the cursed altar and gain 10 experience points. To cleanse an altar, we have to do hero party level, which is 1 + 1 per hero. So that's 4. Or is it the hero party level +1 per hero? Oh, I think it's 3. So I think it's the hero party level, which is 1, +1 per hero. So I think it's 3. Gosh, going wrong straight from the offset. We're going for 3, guys. Wish me luck. So, our soldier has actually got the lantern. Let's begin how we mean to go on, by holding back the darkness. And it's doubles. Doubles, I got doubles of this. Splintered Collapse. Each hero in the fortress immediately takes 3 hits that do 2 wounds each. So let's see if we can avoid these, starting with our assassin. So 2 damage to the assassin, and 2 damage to our soldier. Okay, so let's have the assassin going first. So got a 6, so that's a 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to search, or scavenging even. Nothing there, so we then go on to our soldier. And our soldier got a 2, which means he regains a grit, but we don't actually have any more room for grit. So we're going to use that grit straight away and to give us an additional movement. So that's 1, 2, 3. Because we spent a grit, the corruption happens now, but we managed to avoid the corruption. Shall we scavenge? I think so. So let's have a little scavenge. Nothing on here. Let's hold back the darkness then. And we held back the darkness this time. Well done. So let's see if we can get our ninja up to the door. That's a speed of 3 there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and they're going to look through the door, which gets us 5 experience points. And we will have a look at the first card out. We get the Inner Gardens. Okay, let's see if we can get our soldier to catch up. There's a 5 there. That's not too bad. So he's not going to really have any range. Well, if they appear here, maybe. Okay, so our party marker moves down 1. We then flip over this, and we find a clue, which is pretty good. So we move our marker down a further space on the depth track, and we have an encounter. There's only one gate on here, and there are no gates in the game. So the exit, wouldn't you know, is going to be there. But for the purposes of space on my table, I can have the exit going that way, guys. Sorry. Tainted blood. Tainted by their greed for the Black Rock, the Takabaki clan have become horribly mutated, both physically and mentally. This area is littered with the bodies of dead monks and Takabaki soldiers intertwined in a mass of stretched flesh and tentacle limbs. Cunning 5+. If successful, you find D3 Darkstone. Let's have a look to see if we can find some Darkstone or get absolutely disturbed by this. So cunning, starting with our assassin, cunning of 3. Okay, so we got 2 successes there. If successful, you find D3 Darkstone. So 2 Darkstone for our assassin. And then cunning for our soldier is also a 3. And he passes, however, he also got a bad thing. So let's find out how many. He also finds 2 Darkstone, but because he rolled a 1, for every die that rolled a 1 or 2 during this test, you also take 1 corruption hit from the mutating effects of the Darkstone. Let's see if he can hold that off. He can. Okay, so let's hold back the darkness. 11. Starting with our ninja. So 1, 2, 3. We're looking through another door. She's absolutely just speeding ahead here. And this will move us onto we're in a cursed courtyard. And this is actually moving us onto our very first blood splatter, which means we found our in the cursed courtyard. We found our very first shrine. And I'm just going to put it however it fits here, guys. Which is that away. Got a shrine over here. And so we then have to roll to see what type we have. We have a bound soul. All heroes are -1 defense and -1 willpower, while on the same map tile as this cursed altar. And let's see what we find in exploration. We get an encounter. Song of the Shami Choro. A sullen and chilling song echoes through the dark halls. Peering into the room ahead, you see a 3-stringed instrument sitting upright in the far corner. You watch in horror as the strings pluck and twang by themselves. As you approach, the playing begins to grow faster and louder. Harsh visions of violent death flash in your mind, and you struggle against a burning rage building within you. Spirit 6+ for everybody. Okay, so Spirit, it's only 1 for our assassin. Okay, that's a fail. We'll take that, why not? And then we're gonna roll for, we did get a 6, and it was actually 2. Oh, double 6s. If successful, gain 20 experience points as you resist the call of vengeance. So 20 XP for our soldier, who's literally just trying to catch up with Blade of Death here. If you failed, you lash out. The hero on your map tile with the highest hero level immediately takes 3 hits that do 2 wounds each. Note if you are the highest level hero, these hits are done to yourself. So she's got to defend against her own slashing here. We're going to spend a grit to reroll these two. Okay, so she takes 4 damage. We then, as we use the grit, we have to roll to see if we can avoid corruption here. Nope, she takes 1 corruption damage. We're then going to spend her bandages straight away to basically get rid of all 6 wounds. It's great. And I've realized now I revealed what that was before we actually had our soldier's turn. So our soldier would have regained a grit, but he wouldn't have taken it. He's just going to move there, and he would have done scavenge, which he did find something. Hopefully something good. Sorry guys, slightly out of turn order there. I was just excited by the finding thing. Nothing here but 10 experience points. Okay, so now we're going to hopefully hold back the darkness. 7, we do. So then our ninja's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite enough to get next to there, so they're going to scavenge on this tile. Don't find anything. Onto our soldier next. So our soldier's got a 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to try and scavenge again. He doesn't find anything. So let's roll some dice to hold back the darkness, and we do not. So the darkness moves forward 1. Okay, onto our ninja. So she gets a 1. We are going to get a grit back with that, which is lovely. So she gets to move next to the shrine, and then we got to choose one of our skills. For agility is the highest, so we're going to use that. So it's 4 dice. We need 6s. Nothing. Okay. Onto our soldier. He's coming in to assist. 6. He's like, hold on. Okay, let's try and scavenge with this guy. Nothing. Hold by the darkness, please. Okay, doubles again. So this fortress is really just splintering and it's falling down around us. So there's going to be 3 hits each, doing 2 wounds each. So we'll start with our assassin, and they're at -1 defense whilst they're on here. So, she takes 4 damage from a falling beam. And then our soldier takes 2 damage from another beam that's just fallen down on him. Okay, roll to move for our assassin. She got a 5. She's going to try her agility again. 3 6s. That is enough to cleanse the shrine. We're saying it's just 3 of these because I'm reading it. I'm reading it that it says hero party level is 1 + 1 per hero. Gosh, I feel like it should be 4. Okay, we're going to play as 4. Sorry, I did say that, but so she gets 30 experience points for that. And we are going to play that we actually need 4. This might be wrong, but it seems like it's too easy at this point. He's going to move there. He's going to use his luck, which is 4. And he got 2 of those. That's 20 experience points. And we have successfully cleansed this shrine. 1 more to go, guys. And there's only 1 way to go, which is all the way back at the start there. So let's hold back the darkness, please. We've got a 10, which is great. Our assassin, she's straight off again. Running as fast as she can. She's going to try and scavenge while she's there. Oh, she found something. Well done. But is it something we wanted to find, or is it going to be something horrible in the darkness? Let us find out. Nothing here. 10 experience points. So this place is pretty cleared out, to be fair. It's splintering around our ears. Maybe everyone ran because of the cursed temple. It's pretty spooky. There's nothing here. I think for my scavenge roll. Okay, so we're going to hold back the darkness, hopefully. Double fives. So we got echoing laughter, a sinister and booming laughter echoes through the fortress, chilling you to the bone. Each of the fortress immediately takes 3 horror hits that do 2 sanity each. So that's for the assassin, so she takes 2 sanity damage. And then our soldier, yeah, he's going to take 4 sanity damage from that. Okay, so we're rolling to move. Our assassin has got a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's full on Naruto running. Okay, right, we're then gonna roll for our soldier. He's got a 3. He's trying to catch up. Hold by the darkness, yes. So, our assassin, she's got a 6 in total, so 1, 2, 3. Looking through there for 5 experience points, and I'm going to pause this whilst I move the table around a little bit. So let's see what she finds through here. We found the Sacred Garden. And for purposes of a space for my table, I'm just going to place it there as opposed to the real entrance it asks you to do. So yeah, deal with it, punks. I wonder whether we're going to have an actual combat in this. Right, our soldier's trying to catch up, so it's got a 5 there. Wait for me. Oh, we got a clue, but also an attack. There are also 2 doors out of here. So let's move things around and see what we are encountering. Okay, so because we're in a fallen temple, we have to roll a dice to see if we're going to have Takabaki or if we're going to actually have just a regular threat. So 4+, it is a threat of the same threat level from the Takabaki clan, and we've come across 1 fallen sorcerer.
Fallen sorcerers. These mystical wise men are advisors in the court of the Fallen Shogun, fiendish sorcerers who have become corrupted by the power of the Darkstone. They wield dark and dreadful magic, harnessing the power of the void to further the aims of the Takabaki clan and their own sinister agendas.
Okay, fallen sorcerers use void magic, so I've got the deck nearby in case I need it. Okay, so the initiative of the fallen sorcerers is 7 because they get a +1 due to the fallen temple, and our assassin also has initiative of 7, but they are going to be going first. But first, let's hold back the darkness. We do. So our fallen sorcerer is going to begin. Now they have the shootout ability. So the silence activation, if not adjacent to a hero, a fallen sorcerer rolls a d6. Got a 4. On a 1 to 4, it hurls an elemental bolt, targeting as per shootout. So they've got to choose a random character. We got 2 here. I honestly have no idea. So the soldier, it's then going to move at speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it can... Well, actually, it needs a range of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It didn't even have to move, guys. He can stay where he is and shoot an elemental bolt. It is 1 dice, does 4 damage. But it is a big old failure. So the soldier just ducks underneath it. On to the assassin. Got a 6, well, a 7 for their movement. So let's get some combat going. Full on Naruto running. So she was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she can use her shuriken, which is 2 dice. So one of those hits. Doing 6 damage, which is Yeah, which is pretty good. So it's got a defense of 3, so it does 3 damage in total. So Shuriken just embeds itself into this guy's arm. And do you know what? I'm going to have moved it there so my soldier's got a clean shot. Wait, no. It's worth noting they have face shields, so they are immune to critical hits. So yeah, if I do end up getting a crit with my soldier, it won't really do much. Okay, so my soldier is going to activate now. Luckily, he's actually in range. Because he moved, he does have to. He doesn't get a bonus shot with this, but he's going to try and shoot from all the way over there. So would be a critical hit, but the phase shield will block that out. It is a hit though, so we do a peril dice +1. And we're going to shoot with that, which is going to be 5 damage. And you know what? We're going to spend a grit to use once per fight, use 1 grit to add d6 damage to one of your guns. Wish me luck. So we got 5 there. So in total, that is 10. Let's see if we can resist the corruption because we used a grit, and we did. So 7 damage goes through to this guy. Okay, let's hold back the darkness, please. We got 8, so we're all good. Okay, so our fallen sorcerer. Okay, so we're going to attack. He's still targeting the soldier, I believe. So we're going to roll to see if he can hit. It's a 5. So this is a wind blast. Oh no, sorry, it's a 5. So on a 5, it casts a random spell from the Void magic deck. So in desperation, it's calling on magics from the Void, and it uses Eldritch Light. How do I know what spell level it's at? Yikes! I guess it's just spell level 1. Yeah. All heroes are -1 on their 2 hit rolls during the next activation. Rolls of 6+ may still count as a critical hit. So he's cast elemental Eldritch Light into the sky. Right, onto our assassin's turn. It's not going to stop her though, so she moves in there, and then she's going to attack with her pair of scythes. She's got combat 3. She got 6 and a 4. Both those are -1. But yeah, both go through. So let's roll for the damage for this, and then roll for the damage for that. Okay, so combat hits. That is, both these are +1 damage because of my deadly ability. So 3 gets soaked up by armor. 3 damage comes through there, which is just enough to kill the fallen sorcerer, who's probably behind this whole thing. Anytime you kill an enemy, you may heal 1 sanity, so she gains sanity from the destruction of that creature. She feels better off that that thing's no longer in the world. She catches her breath and takes away 2 of the damage that is on her. And our man the soldier, he takes 3. He's going to take 2 sanity and a wound off of himself. Right, let's do a looting. So, what do we find for loot? We're going to start with the assassin first, because the assassin did the last blow, and also they're kind of close to the corpse, I guess. So the assassin finds gold nuggets, and the soldier finds gear. Whenever a gear card would be drawn, roll a d6. It is just gear. So d6 times 50 for... Oh, nice. Lots of money there and some experience points. And then the gear card we find for the soldier is a tonic. Gain 1 tonic token, which we can discard to get grit, I believe, which is always funky. Okay, so the soldier hasn't actually activated yet, so he's going to roll to move. And he does manage to find something. But will it be nothing to find again? It's very scarce, this forbidden fortress that we're in at the moment. This forms a hideous discovery. Poking around in the shadows, you see something that chills you to the bone. You quickly return to the group, refusing to speak of what you found. Take 3 horror hits that do 2 sanity each. Yikes. Okay, he's fine. He's actually okay with that. He doesn't need to worry about whatever that was. But he does need to worry about holding back the darkness. And he did not. We get our very first darkness card. So, Spirit Swarm. A tide of angry spirits flood past you, bringing a cold shiver that chills you to the core. Every hero must make a Spirit 6+ test. Okay, starting with our Assassin. Fail. Yep, and then we're going to spend a grit to re-roll that. Nope. And will she resist the corruption? She resists the corruption, right. Onto our spirit for our soldier. He also fails. So, we're going to be taking D6 sanity damage, ignoring willpower, starting with the assassin. So just the 1 for the assassin. And then 4 for our soldier. Right, let's roll to move then. We are going to go this way. 1, 2, 3. She's looking through here. What do we find? A short passage. Now that actually does move us onto a blood splatter, but it's just a passage. So it just ends here, guys, with the last shrine. That's actually pretty good. No exploration token to worry about. We just have to find... Hopefully don't get ambushed by anybody. We have to see what type of shrine we have found. So it's a number 2 shrine. Dragon Spirit. Any hero ending their move adjacent to the cursed altar takes 1 corruption hit. So yeah, this is going to be tough going. But anyway, it's still our turn. So we got a 1 there. And we will regain a grit for that. Right, let's hold back the darkness and hopefully not get an ambush. 7! We needed 8. So the darkness is swelling up. Okay, our ninja assassin moves 2 spaces up to this. And she's going to try with all her agility to basically fix this thing. So she puts 1 on there using her agility somehow. That gets her 10 experience points. But she's only going to turn there, so she takes 1 corruption hit. And she is fine. Okay, let's move our soldier. So he's running right up to there. He's desperate to get out of here, using all of his luck. Will his soldier's luck come in handy? It does not come in handy. 1 corruption hit coming through. And he takes 1 corruption from this unholy thing. Okay, hold back the darkness. Okay, we got the horrible laughter again, guys. I think we're going to be sent insane. Echoing laughter. Each hero in the fortress takes 3 horror hits. Starting with our assassin. So she takes 2 sanity damage from that. And he takes 2 sanity damage from that also. He is wigging it at this point. Okay, right, she's going to roll to move. Should get a grit back. Then she's going to use all of her agility, which doesn't do diddly squat. But we're going to use a grit to re-roll that. Okay, she's put another 1 on there. Another 10 experience point for the lady who is the Blade of Death. But will she take corruption from that grit? Nope. Will she take corruption from the shrine? Nope. It's on to the movement of our soldier. He's all good. He's going to try and use his luck to see if he can summon his ancestors to help him here. He's going to use a grit to re-roll those. Hopefully this will do it. No. So does he resist the corruption from grit? Yes. And does he resist the corruption of the shrine? He does. Right, let's hold back the darkness. Yep, 9, we're good. Right, roll to move for her. She gets a 2, so she gets a grit back. We're going to use our best roll now, guys, to use all of her agility. And she's got 1 there. We're going to use that grit she just got to reroll 3 of these dice. We did it. Will she get corruption from that grit? Nope. So she adds another 2 sanity onto there. I might have only need to put 3 on there. So sorry, another couple of markers on there, and we have done it. She gets 20 experience points for doing that last little sanity job there. Okay, so once an altar has enough markers on it, it will be cleansed and removed from the board. When the heroes have found and cleansed 2 cursed altars, the mission is successfully completed. Blessed by the Yamabushi Master for your efforts in cleansing the temple, each hero gains 1 health or 1 sanity. I think they're both going to go for an additional health. Why not? So the assassin gets to remove 1 corruption at the end of every adventure, so 1 corruption gone, but she's got 2 Darkstone. Okay, and we have 1 corruption on our soldier already. We're going to roll 2 dice for his Darkstone. Okay, so he's going to take 1 corruption damage from that, but he is able to protect it. So they're fully healed up. So now I have to roll to see if we have any travel hazards. So we start with the assassin. Nope. And we start with soldier. Soldier adds 1. So what are we adding? 13. Bandits. Where laid by bandits on the road, the heroes fend off as many as they can. The bandits surround each hero individually. There are 5 bandits per hero, and each hero must roll a d6 to see how many of those bandits they defeat. For each bandit you defeat, gain 10 XP. For each of your 5 bandits you do not defeat, lose $25, 1 Darkstone, or 1 gear or artifact of your choice. Okay, so let's see how many our... Do you know what? We actually do have some bandits. So we'll say these guys are waiting for them. Okay, so let's start with the assassin. Oh! Man alive! 50 XP. She absolutely decimated them. So 1 quick... I mean, she got size, so maybe she stabbed them in a little arc like that, killing every last one of them. And let's see how a soldier fends. He's more for long range. 4 of them. I did take out 4. So it's 40 experience points for killing those guys. Well done, he did manage to fend off some of them. But he does lose 1 of his Darkstone. So that guy just carries it off, the one-eyed bandit. So that was the Cursed Temple. I did mess up a few turns where I revealed the encounter token before actually moving the soldier around. I was just so excited to get to what was going on. Bit of a quiet one. Not many enemies to face this time around, but you get that with Shadows of Brimstone sometimes. Sometimes you're playing it and you just have a couple of encounters. But, you know, the main thing is your characters do evolve in this. There is a story in there. There's a lovely theme. I love the fact that this place was deserted by 1 guy who was clearly had betrayed them all and cursed the temple. So I feel like we killed the guy who did it. And yeah, we cleansed the temple. So pat on the back for us. The characters themselves, I get to keep all the stuff that I found, which, to be fair, I didn't really find much. I got some money for the assassin, and I found a tonic for the soldier, which a tonic you can use to get grit. But, you know, they got experience. It was their first outing together, thanks to that Yamabushi monk who found us. And I feel like, you know, they worked pretty well together. She went up and she was slicey dicey, and he was shooting from afar. But yeah, didn't really. I mean, the damage he did do was pretty impressive, to be fair. And you know, they didn't really come out too corrupted from this either, from this fallen temple. Although you know, he's a little corrupted, a fifth of the way there, one might say. But yeah, anyway, that was my my playthrough of this particular level. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below, guys. Speak to me. Tell me your favorite bits that happen in this. Tell me your own experiences with the Temple of Shadows and also with Forbidden Fortress. Forbidden Fortress was not one of the core sets I was that keen on to begin with, but the more I play of it, the more thematic and the more fun I'm finding it. And I'm really glad that I've managed to kind of expand what I've got for Forbidden Fortress by getting additional encounter cards, from, you know, getting new monsters and stuff for it. The Takabaki clan, for instance, I've got everything you can get at the moment for them, but I think a guy called the Master of Blades, who's a challenge pack of his own. But yeah, you can't readily get that in England. But yeah, if you want to send it to me, then let me know, and I'll you can send it on, and I'll paint it up, and I'll hopefully kill them. But yeah, we are trying to get through all of these. We're going to be going through each mission of the Temple of Shadows to face off against the Fallen Shogun himself, who I believe is a legendary character, which means once you've killed him in your campaign, you'll never see him again. It's a one-off battle with him. But yeah, I found that pretty easy. Hopefully I wasn't making too many mistakes there. Let me know, like I say, in the comments below. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. I've been the ever excitable Adam. Until next time, stay safe or die rolling.